What is happening, Vape fam? Joel of all Vapes coming at you once again. Lovely, lovely PNW. Welcome to one and all. If this is your first time joining me for a review, thank you very much. Stick around. Consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I always look forward to making more friends, fans, followers, and family. You know what I'm saying? Stick around and check me out on Instagram and Twitter as well. I'll be doing some cool stuff over on Yonda social media applications. Now, if you guys remember my last review for the Mace bottom feeding RDA by Amplevape, it was a really, really cool bottom feeding RDA. I really loved that device. So I give you the Mace Tank. Now, this is actually the second iteration of this device. The first iteration, for those of you that follow me on the Instagram, saw that I posted this quite a while ago, some months ago, and we had a little bit of an issue as far as the material that the coils were made out of for this tank. So they had to basically redo everything, complete and total design restructure. So far I'm working with this small capacity milliliter tank here. And I mean, just the draw on this guy is absolutely amazing. It's just very effervescent, very free and clean tasting. Really, really super smooth draw. We're going to get down deep into the nitty gritty of that. I'm going to bring the camera below. We're going to take a look at just kind of the ins and outs, the thick and thins, vape on this bad boy a couple times, and then we'll bring it back up, talk about some more stuff, and bring it to a close. So let's do it. All right, so as you can see, got some full-on solid love from the REVVO Vapes. Gave me this awesome build mat, so definitely want to say a gracious thank you to REVVO Vapes for everything that they do. Stainless steel, 37.5 millimeters in length, 24 millimeters in diameter, which means it's going to fit pretty much any solid aftermarket double 18650 mod. 3 milliliter capacity with the small glass tank, 4.5 milliliters with the large additional tank that does come with it, the glass sleeve. And GW included package. I think that's just the goodie package that comes with it. So you get one Mace tank, you get an ADC coil, and then you get an AHC F1 coil, which comes on the side. One connection tube, which is basically just those little chimney tubes in order to facilitate for the 4.5 milliliter sleeve, and one replacement glass tube sleeve. Okay, this bad boy comes in silver. So boom, this is what we're looking at. Now, the one that you're going to buy retail is not going to have this big, fat, ugly sample sign just basically etched into the 510, okay? So bringing us to that, it definitely is a 510 drip. Little less than simple to pop off, but there you go, okay? So you can definitely swap that out for any other type of aftermarket drip tip. Now you got 1 and 2 air intake valves. Very, very easy to manipulate, as you can see. No stopping point, so basically just completely 360 swivel. And then, of course, you got your gold-plated 510 connector. Take her apart. This is the top portion, clearly. Now, it's a top-fill device, which is going to make this super, super, super simple. And so we got the top portion that comes off where you can see you can screw on the extendo chimney, the little tube that comes with that. Stick that bad boy aside, and the inside portion here is just a little bit interesting in how everything in here works. So we're just going to continue. Take away the whole sleeve here, the center sleeve portion with the air intake valves. And this is basically the innovative new design. As you can see, obviously, from the get-go, the coil design is a bottom-placed coil, which, I mean, in basically every given way, especially when it comes down to physics, you got gravity definitely working in your favor. Now, what we're left here is a little gold-plated screw, little knobby kind of guy going on here. Now, this is kind of an interesting setup. Now, for those of us in the West, in the United States, we know lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. Am I right? Okay, so not on this. This one actually took me just a little while to kind of figure this out in a few cuss words. You actually have to turn this to the right as if you were screwing it in to unscrew it. Now, the coil, on the other hand, comes off normally. You unscrew that as if you would basically any other normal screw. Now, taking a nice tight shot here, we got 0.27 to 0.32 ohms, 30 to 90 watt capacity best at 40 to 65 watts. So you can see the cotton in there, the coil on the top. Now this coil, in my personal opinion, is pretty much the competitive answer to the SkyStar Kit's REVVO tank from Aspire. Theirs are just a little bit thinner, almost about 50% as thin as this coil here for the Mace Tank. We're gonna screw this guy right back on, but as soon as I saw, you know, just kind of the outward appearance and the whole function of this guy, gravity working for you, you know, I pretty much kind of had an inkling on where they were going with this. So we're gonna screw that bad boy on, air intake, center sleeve portion, screw that right back on, glass tank, and then the top. And if we open up the bottom of the box, of course, you've got your little swag bag. You give you your little toolkit here. Here's the center chimney extendo device so that you can bust out the 4.5 milliliter glass sleeve. And of course, you got your itty bitty little flathead screwdriver. Costs probably all of about 3 cents per gross. We'll talk about the Mace Tank just a little bit more, talk about some other stuff, and bring this. So the one thing that I did notice is that absolutely zero leaks, and I love that factor. It's an incredibly simple design structure, but it has been redesigned in order to allow a much smoother draw from the air intake valve, and I've got these both open completely 100%. It never, ever leaks. I put it upside down. I laid it on its side on a full tank, even with the 4.5 milliliter capacity glass sleeve. And this is basically my answer to something incredibly convenient, pocket-sized, if you will, okay? It's perfectly sized. It's really attractive. It looks good. I think the drip tip is absolutely ugly as all get out, but that's what aftermarket drip tips are for, okay? So now, as you can hear, it's just a little bit loud on the intake draw, but you know what? So what? I'm not going to be in a library vaping, you know what I mean? I'm going to be out with my friends, or I'm going to be chilling here in the man cave, in the vape cave, doing my thing. And as you can see, at 60 watts, you get an intense draw from this guy. Massive, massive draw. Now, the very first thing that I noticed on this is that on the first puff, it was nice and warm, okay? Obviously, you can play around with the wattage, and I've cranked this up all the way to 90 watts, and it didn't burn at all. The first iteration around the block did, but that is why they basically had to redesign the entire structure, start from scratch, go back to the drawing board and come up with better coils for this thing, and now they do. And they've actually got these busted out. So they've already busted out these coils, these individual brand new redesigned coils in these little 3 capacity boxes, these cute little boxes here. And you've got the ADC F1 heads, that's the 0.29 ohms from 30 to 90. And then you got the AHC F1 heads, that's 0.27 ohms, which is kind of an arbitrary number, 35 to 65 watts. It's apparently, if you don't want to crank it over 65 watts, but you know what, I mean, everybody's got different likes and tastes and individualities, if you will, okay? So, but overall, it's just, it is really, really a convenient, very smooth, very clean looking tank. Amplevape so far has not come out with anything that I have disliked. I loved the Mace BF RDA. I love the Mace Tank. It looks just really aesthetic. The wonderful thing about this is that it comes in this silver color. It comes in the stainless steel silverish looking color. Comes in a matte black finish, and it comes in a silvered metallic blue color. I actually don't have that one with me. I'm kicking myself in the pants for it right now, but that is my fave among faves. I love that one. It's a really, really beautiful tank. Now, these retail for about the same staple as any other one, in between 30 to 40 bucks. You can probably buy it a lot cheaper on many other websites, and I'll put all the information for where you can get this thing below, as well as the link to Amplesigg online, and check these guys out on Instagram as well. So Amplesigg, once again, want to say thank you very much for sending some awesome, cool stuff for Joe of All Vapes, yours truly, to try out. please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Check me out on Twitter and Instagram. Look forward to coming information within a few months surrounding us from here on out for the next West Coast Vape Expo. That's pretty much what I'm wrapping the entire year around, is that one expo. It's going to be massively, hugely massive, and superiorly awesome. Up there once again with my guys Vengo Vapes from Canada, and this time they are going to be the headline sponsor, the Big Cheese Wabango sponsor of the entire show. Okay, so they are going to be the head honchos, and yours truly is going to be with those guys. So please, if you consider coming to the next West Coast Vape Expo out in Seattle, Washington, 5, 6, and 7 of July, come and see me, get some pics taken, try some awesome juice, and just have a good time, man. Live it up. We're going to have a ball this year. This is Joe of All Vapes once again, your eye in that vaping sky, wishing you to always stay humble. Love yourselves just enough. Love each other. Keep it cloudy. Have an amazingly wonderful day. And of course, pinky out. Hey everybody, this is Joe of All Vapes. Thank you for watching. For the best in vape reviews, pound that subscribe button. And don't forget, vaping saves lives.